We actually met in 1961. I was a senior in high school, and we met at the New Holland Fair Farm Show. He was a horse and buggy Mennonite, and I was pretty much unchurched. It's amazing. We got together and got married in '63. First years were very hard, and I worked in the factory, actually. My husband worked during the day, and I worked in the evenings, 5 to 10, and he babysat. We were trying to live on my paycheck so we could save his paycheck so we could eventually go into business. I remember the day that Ivan came home and said someone told him he should build a spec home.
What a risk to have a young family, to go out on a limb and put all your money on that gamble of being able to create this career for yourself.
When they grew up, it was tough times. I mean, they didn't have anything to fall back on.
They never owned land before. They had no trade partner relations or vendor relations. Build a home, and at the end of the day, hope someone likes it. When I graduated from high school, I could pretty much build a house because it was what I was doing since I was 5 years old. And actually, my mom tells the story that the night I was born, she was holding drywall to the ceiling so my dad could fasten it. I had a great childhood. You get to spend a lot of time with your parents, your siblings, whether it is touring open houses on Sunday afternoon on the way home from church, or carrying 2x4s in the house for a nickel a piece because your dad wanted to keep you busy at the time.
In '92, once I graduated, I came out of school and started full-time, started out in the field, framing houses.
His work was his hobby. He did not mind working. He didn't mind working long days, and I was right beside him.
I remember sitting in the family room, keeping the TV turned really low because Dad was meeting clients at the dining room table. I remember my mom always on. What I mean by always on, if the phone rang at 9 o'clock at night, she answered it. The office was in the house, it was the same phone number.
It was at the dinner table. It was everything you did revolved around when you could leave on vacations or what was happening. So I don't ever really remember getting involved in the family business, but I remember being involved in the family business.
My parents were definitely a large influence in my life. My faith comes into play with that as well, and the Christian principles. And my dad lived his life, I would say, he would say anything worth doing is worth doing well.
If you're gonna do a job well, do something that you can be proud of. You know, the end result of that is, you know, having a great product when you're done.
My mom and dad, they're part of the DNA of Garman Builders. I believe who much is given, much is expected. My dad was always keen on supporting the fire companies within the communities that we build, and every year that check would go out to those different communities, and that's a tradition that we carry on to this day.
I have a Haiti mission that I'm involved in that I've been doing since 2009. Also, the family's involved in doing that. We build houses in Haiti. We distribute food, clothing in my barn at my home. We do packing for Haiti and send a big container every year.
You know, we've built thousands and thousands of houses, and I get really proud when I can drive through a community that we built 20 or 30 years ago, and you see the original homeowner there with their grandchildren.
If you're asked what I'm most proud of, I think it's their team at Garman's and the awesome job that they can do. Today, I think I'm really proud of the team and the way that they're carrying forward with having a good fit and finish in their home. They have pride when they show up to work. They want to do a good job.
He'd be very proud and very happy with what his sons have done.
There's no doubt he would be impressed. And I think he'd be very, very proud to see where his kids are at and where the company's at today.